So, I think we're going to get this started, so I'll take that down. And, yeah, thank you for joining me on this impromptu late night live stream. Because I decided my birthday's in a couple of days, and today I went to my local comic book shop, which is not that local. It's a fair drive for me. But, you drive to the good shop. That's the nice folks. Always go to the shop that has nice folks, nice stuff, and knows what they're doing and does it well. So shout out to Memory Lane Comics in Wilmington, North Carolina. They informed me that another of the hot toys that have been a long time coming. There've been a lot of backed up stuff with the shipping things, delays and such that have happened over the past couple of months. But this Hot Toys Star Wars The Clone Wars version of Anakin Skywalker on the STAP vehicle, which you'll see, has finally come. It arrived shortly after Darth Maul from the end of the Clone Wars, Season 7, Mandalore, Darth Maul, and also the Ahsoka Tano from the Clone Wars also arrived. It was like boom, boom, boom. A bunch of stuff arrived. And you've seen the unboxing videos, I hope, that I've done of Darth Maul and Ahsoka. But now we're going to try and get this thing out of here. So, I want to show you the incredibly impressive cardboard mailer. And I'm going to move this thing aside right now as I try and open it without knocking the camera down as I do this. Off to the side. I'm going to cut the thing open. But while I do that, I'm going to put up... So I only have one other Hot Toys Anakin Skywalker. I don't have the regular Anakin Skywalker they did. But what I do have, they did a convention exclusive a few years back for Sideshow of the Mustafar battle Anakin. If you can see, whoa, get a good angle on him. Let's see if we can raise this up. There we go. Good angle on that Anakin. Get a little bit of. You got his Sith eyes. Very impressive. Anakin Skywalker there. But that's the only one I had. So this is it. This is just this. That one right there is all I've had this whole time. See if I can twist a little bit more. But now, oh yeah, I mean, it's a hot toy, so it's super super detailed, wonderful. You got the cloth robes and everything. I'm gonna try and lighten this view a little bit more so you can see this a little bit clearer. Let's see. There we go. You should have shouldn't be such a dark picture now. But there you have the Anakin Skywalker, and he came with this base of the little lava surfing. I guess they were mining on Mustafar. I don't remember exactly what they're doing. It's a light up base. I don't think I have the batteries. Oh, I do have the batteries in it. Look at that. This thing has not been on since I got it, and it works. I mean, that's a pretty impressive light feature right there on this thing. And then he stands on top of that. But I'm going to cut open. You can look at Anakin while I'm cutting open this box, and we'll get to unboxing this brand new Clone Wars Hot Toys Anakin Skywalker. It's just such a big box. And it's a heavy box, too. Yeah, there's two versions that came out of this Anakin, the Clone Wars Anakin. that I'm opening right now. They had a regular edition, which is just the Anakin Skywalker figure. And then they had this version, which comes with the STAP, the STAP vehicle that is seen in the Clone Wars cartoon. And also Phantom Menace. The droid army rides, and Anakin has commandeered one and is riding it. Oh boy. Okay, so let's see if I can get this thing out without jostling the camera too much. And if you have any questions, I'm a little bit away from the mic right now. If you have any questions as I'm unboxing it, feel free to ask. Opening this package here. Getting the plastic off of it. So let's move this out of the way. Yeah, eventually, if I do more of these unboxings, I will find a better camera setup. But, you know, just starting. It'll get better. Oh boy, howdy. Okay, so let's see if I can rotate this up. There we go. Got that. Try not to hit anything. So maybe we can do I'll do a pan up and down. It's got Anakin Skywalker and STAP. This is the box that he comes in. So you can see it's a pretty big vehicle. I mean, these are 1/6 scale, so he's a 12-inch, a little bit more than 12 inches since Anakin is over 6 feet tall. So he's a big figure on a big vehicle. So this is going to be a little bit of a challenge getting this thing out of here. So, standard Hot Toys. This front part is going to come off. So I'm going to take that off. This is going to get much easier once we actually start taking him out of the box. So we'll do that first. I mean, it was originally I was just going to get the regular version without the STAP, but then I thought, no, I kind of need to get, just for display options, the STAP just was too incredible of a thing not to get. I mean, let's see if we can then pan up. This is the image on the slipcover that's inside here. So let's take that off. This is like a little front panel cover that sits on top of the... It's knocking everything around now. Sits on top of the actual plastic tray that we can now see holds all of our Anakin bits. Let's see, move that back a little bit. Yeah, I mean, look at this. We've got so much here. Let's see if we can get a view on... it's kind of hard to say. Basically what we have different hands, changeable hands. It'll be a lot easier when we take this out. Swappable armor bits, because he changes the armor style that sits on his shoulders. So we can change those out to the different styles that we see. We got different of the shoulder pads, the shoulder plates. We got some thermal detonators. We got a communicator device. We got some holograms to go on the communicator device. We got a Yoda. We got an Obi-Wan, and we got an Ahsoka. Ahsoka came with an Anakin, an Obi-Wan, and a Yoda. So there's some duplication there of those. So we are going to pull out this. Okay, so what I think, it's going to be the easiest way to do this. I think what I'll do is I'm going to pull this aside. And thank you again for watching me fumble through getting all of this out of here. It's just so big. It's just a tall freaking box. So, back box first. I'm going to take that, get that out of the way. And after I've taken the back box off, I'm going to... Oh, there's a manual trying to fall out. So, we'll move the manual. And I just knocked Indiana Jones off of my desk. Okay, now we got a flat box. So we're going to... Okay, so there's multiple trays here. So we've got two different levels to this. This is Anakin. This level here. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the Anakin and just move him out of the way. Put Anakin. Where am I going to set him? I really didn't think it was going to be this awkward to get this thing out of here. Okay, he's going to sit right there and not fall down. Because this bottom tray here is what holds the actual STAP. Hey, yes, Jedi Master Grogu. Thank you for stopping by and watching, first and foremost. And yes, this nerd is opening up this Anakin Skywalker and STAP. Okay, so this is where the weight of this. I wonder if this is metal, if this is a die-cast vehicle and not just plastic. Well, I guess we're gonna find out shortly. Okay, that part is coming up. That's sliding up. That tray's out of the way. What do we got here? What's going to be the best way to do this? We've got our base, and this is it's a heavy base. So I can discuss display options a little bit right now. I think I'm not going to use the base. The way this thing sits, it sits on a pole, I'm pretty sure, and I'm going to try and feed that through a stand that I'm going to insert in an alligator clip on the side of a shelf. So I'm going to try not to use this ultimately, because it's a lot of shelf space to use this thing, and it is heavy. If you just want to display the Anakin on its own, it comes with just a standard nameplate base that the Hot Toys figures generally come with. So, not going to want to use that either. So the STAP is in different bits. So that's going to be the footrests on the STAP. So we'll take that out. We've got the handlebars for it. So these are all plastic so far. This is where the weight is. So, no? Well, you know what? This is plastic. So basically all the weight is in the base. It's not in the actual STAP itself. So, and this looks like it actually articulates here, that you can... There we go. So you can adjust the angle of the blasters on it. Solid engineering there. So, I think... So does this have batteries, or these are the batteries? Maybe no. These are the batteries for the STAP. Definitely, those are too big to be lightsaber batteries for Anakin. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, just for display purposes right now, while doing the video, I'm gonna take the big heavy base. So all the weight that was in here was just from this base. So we got that bit. Move that out of the way. So, until I look at the directions, I'm just going to set this thing in the base. So that sets in the base. it's keyed with this post here to sit into that base there. So I'm just going to set that down for now until we can assemble this a little bit more. Well, this would be a smart time to get out the directions, wouldn't it? Shout out to Paul Sen-Young Lee and his love of directions for his fun boxing Sundays. He loves him some directions. Okay, so there's the STAP. Assembling the STAP. Yeah, well, we nailed that part. So this is just slid in. Right there is where this is going to slide in. The actual footrests. It looks like it's nice and smooth. Let's see. Okay, well, that's slid into place. And then the handlebars go into the posts on either side. And they're going in, let's see, with the... Okay, so this is the one that goes on this side. So the posts, let me rotate this. The handlebars are going to go into the post holes right there. I think that's what they want, right? Make sure. Yeah, no. I want to do this right. As I so well. Oh, they're keyed. Okay. There's only one way these things can go in. You know what? It's going to be much easier if I'm not trying to do this sideways. Work smarter, not harder. Okay, so as you can see, post hole. See, it's got a little notch in it right there to key in. So let's line this up and push that in. I don't like how tight it fits. That worries me as someone who's messed up toys before. And the problem with some of this stuff is it's so well done. I always feel that the stuff's incredibly fragile. Because, you know, I mean, it's plastic, so there's a fragility to it. Okay, those are both in now. So those are the handlebars in place. See how they sit. Pretty sure that matches the picture. If it doesn't, we'll find out soon enough, huh? Okay, so now we got a STAP vehicle. How do I want to get Anakin out of here? I wonder if I want to move the STAP while we get Anakin out. I think we'll do that. I'm gonna get that grips well enough that I can just move that out of the way. Okay, let's see if I can open this top tray before I bring Anakin back in for you to see. So the problem now with Hot Toys, when you get to this stage, is as you lift this top tray off, all the loose bits that are safely contained within this are now going to be able to explode all over the place. So, let's see if I can... They do such a good job of sealing these things. This is not a workspace to be opening one of these things up. Okay. Get one corner up, get it started. Work around the other corner. Hopefully get that started. There we go. Okay, those two are up. Now I need to hold that up and try and get the third corner without letting those two slip down. Okay. Well, that's three up. Are we going to get the fourth? Or is it going to all reset on me? Oh, okay, there we go. Ta-da! We did it. Such a sense of accomplishment. let's get another fiddly bit out of the way. Make sure there's nothing over there I needed. Okay. I gotta see if... Yeah, because here's the little Anakin batteries for his lightsaber, which we're not going to be using, but I will test and show you the light-up lightsaber. But we're not going to install it, because I generally won't be using it. Okay, so we've got his cape, our cloak. This will be his cloak underneath here. This is the swappable armor plate. Gotta decide which one I actually want to display him with. He's got a bunch of different hands. So what we're gonna do is... We're gonna get his lightsaber out first. You can see the Revenge of the Sith, soon to be Star Wars A New Hope. Blue lightsaber for Anakin and then Luke. We get the Action Swoosh swappable blade for it. And now, let's see. I'm going to show you the little hologram bits and then put them right back in the box. So we've got Obi-Wan, and it's got some line texturing on it, so it looks like one of the holograms from the films. We got Yoda. We've got our Ahsoka. And then, yeah, these just fit in the little, see, the little communication device. And those just peg right in there, and then he can hold it in his hand if you choose to display it that way. Which, I mean, that's just another little fiddly bit that I will not be displaying. Oh my god. If I can get this bit out here. We have a thermal detonator that just keeps rolling, so try and get it out. You know what? I'll show you this half, and just imagine the other half is on this. And that's what the other thermal detonator looks like. So, put that back. Here's the armor pieces for either side. But I don't know if we're going to be displaying them with that. Here is the electronic arm for the lightsaber. So what this does, if you've never seen this before on Hot Toys, you would remove the arm that he is currently using on the figure. So you take that off, put this one in, but this one permanently has the lightsaber hilt in it and a little LED light in there. So when you put the blade in, after putting the batteries in this little compartment right here and turning it on, lights up. So you can have that display option. But the batteries don't last that long, and you have to keep getting to this fiddly switch underneath the clothing all the time to turn it on. So it's generally not something that I use, just because I also just don't want batteries sitting in there forever unused. Because that way lies a ruined battery compartment. So let's see if we can get this little tiny screw out. Get this battery compartment up. Not loosen the screw. There's got to be a better way than having little fiddly screws. Okay, so we got the battery compartment. Which way do the batteries go? Okay, sticky epi side to the left. So we'll get the little tiny batteries. Three of the little watch batteries. So sticky epi side that way. That's right. Oops. It's when you get the second one in and are going for the third that things tend to get super dicey. Reposition that over the tray just in case it falls. So a better grip on it. Okay. That's that. Hold that down. Oh, look, it's already on. Oh no, and look, I dropped the screw. But we're going to be taking these out in just a second anyway, so awkward place to drop the screw. Just going to tighten this up just a little bit. We'll put that lightsaber blade in. So yeah, on the regular blade, the regular lightsaber, you can take the blade out of the hilt and then put it into the, I'll turn it off so it's a little more dramatic so you can see it turning on. Put it into the special arm, and then, well, it's not, you can see the difference, but I'm going to turn the light off now so you can see it a little more dramatically. There we go, ready? It's a pretty great effect. I like that they offer the option. It's great if you're doing photography. I think that's, for someone who loves photography with your figures, that I think really is the best reason for having these light-up blades. Because you're only doing it while you're capturing the photos you want to capture. But for just general display, you can't leave it on all the time, because the batteries will run out. It's a pain to hike the clothes up, to be able to remove the arm, to be able to get to the battery compartment. So it's a thing I like to do at the beginning and then file it away in the box. Oh, let me swap it out so you can see the Fushi action saber, the swoosh. So this is for motion poses, like he's mid-swing. It's a great effect. I think Hot Toys were the first to do this as a display, and I like that it has, the edge has a higher highlight than the rest of the blade, so it really does look like the edge of the blade is in motion. Again, great for photography, not really great for long-term display options. So we're going to go ahead, turn that off. We're putting this away. That's the hilt for that. And in just a minute, we're going to bring Anakin out. It's great. So these figures that Hot Toys have done for the Clone Wars are sort of taking the costuming and characters and making what would be the live action representations of these characters. This is the hard part of getting these dang things out. There we go. And one fell to the bottom of the tray, of course. So this is going to look like Hayden Christensen. It's not going to look like the animated version of the Clone Wars series. But Sideshow is releasing animated versions of these characters that look like the show. Okay, that's the panel. Let's go ahead and seal this back up. Fiddly screw. So I think so far they've announced the animated Anakin, which should be out in a few months, I think. The animated Obi-Wan and the animated Yoda, which was sort of a surprise announcement because I think a lot of folks, including myself, thought, of course, we'll get Ahsoka as part of the initial announcements, but nope. Curveball. We're getting a animated style Yoda 6 scale from Sideshow. So I'm definitely looking forward to seeing how this looks. There we go. Back into the box with that. So I'm definitely going to keep this regular blade out and his hilt for my display. I don't think I'm going to keep this out. So that'll stay in the box. So now let's get Anakin out proper. And also find that battery. There it is. So I can get the battery back in there. And I don't know why I'm keeping them in there so much that, if I keep this figure for any length of time, those batteries are going to go bad. Well, that's not sealing up, right? Did I put that on wrong? Of course, let me... Nope. Nope. No, it should be that way. Oh, it's just a lot tighter fit than I anticipated. Okay. Well, I guess it's there. Extra hand pegs in case you break them while swapping out the hands. So, let's get Anakin out of here. I looked at all those bits. So I move this over here so we can actually do the Anakin bit of this. Make sure that's balanced, not going to fall down. Okay, let's unbag Anakin. Hot Toys is really good about putting all the plastic protection so your figure doesn't get scuffed in transit. That incredible paint job that they do that sort of defines a Hot Toys release over any other company. Always have their plastic booties. Let's toss those over into the bag. Always one side that's going to be the problem side of getting this tape to just come off naturally. For some reason, I don't like to cut it or rip it off. But it certainly wants me to do that, doesn't it? Well, if it wants me to, I guess I will. Oh, I don't like doing this. This seems dicey. Oh, I don't like that at all. Does this come off? I'll make it around the... Of course it won't. It's the fun part of the unboxing, isn't it? When you're just staring at me, trying to get tape off. Come on. Come on. Oh, is that... Oh, there we go. There's an edge. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Let's see if I can get this thing started. There we go. There's always one, right? Okay, that's off. This is also the fun part of, like, well, where else did they put baggies? We got the arms. Oops. Uh-oh. Well, that was one way to do it. Hold on, I gotta get that hand out of there. Ya-da-da-da. And this one's gonna give me a hard time too, isn't it? There we go. One over there. Alright, I'll just leave that hand off for now. I mean, you had to take it off anyway, so this actually it was in between the hand and the arm, so it had to come off anyway. So I did good. I meant to do that. Got this protecting the belt. Put that there. Why do I save the plastic? I don't know. Seems like a thing to do. I'm just gonna leave that gauntlet down too. I mean, I'm gonna want to swap out at least one of these hands anyway to be able to hold onto that STAP. So, yeah, let's put that over there. These over here. So we got this protector there, that protector there. So this is the swappable. So I guess if he's wearing the other armor, then he'll have the other shoulder plates. Those are the options. But I think I think we're going to keep him in this one. This seems to be, if I remember correctly, the main... let's see. Main... there we go. See if I can light up those eyes. There we go. There's a good look at him. I mean, again, the paint on a Hot Toy release is just incredible. Just so lifelike. That's definitely Hayden Christensen. As Clone Wars. As the Clone Wars animated series version of himself. But yeah, I think I'm going to want to keep him in this sort of curved version, which is more the animated series than the other armor top. Adjust this a little bit, as it seems slightly wonky out of the package, not quite centered like it should be. He's just so tall. And we got the cloak, which I don't know, while he was riding the STAP, if he really used. Okay, so it's mainly with this version of the armor that has the cloak out behind it. I mean, it's just a straight up cape. It's not even a cloak. But I don't... It's not a look we saw that often in the animated series. So probably I will just go ahead and put this back in the package, and this won't be a display option that I normally use with it. Although the fabric on this is incredible. And you can see it drapes really well. There's no wire or anything into it, so you can't do any sort of action posing with it, but it does drape like the it scales the drapery nicely. But I'll just put this back, and that's gonna live in the box. With a lot of the other bits. Now the great thing about him being on the... Oh, of course this thing is a bag that's open on both ends. Can you doofus? Okay, that goes in the box. I think we're going to bring the STAP back in. I also should look and see what the battery, what the light up feature is in the STAP. Since those big batteries clearly go to it. This is all lightsaber stuff. This is swapping out that armor piece. Shoulder plates are attached via Velcro. That's how you would swap out the arm with the action arm, with the electronic arm. That's the range of motion on the STAP. That cloak I don't have. This is the bonus accessory that I think the Sideshow exclusive had the poncho that you could get. That's just telling you how to wear that. Okay, so the batteries go in the STAP there. Okay, so let's get the big batteries. This is going to be another thing that we'll do the test. And then batteries will not live in it. Bring this over here. Get this battery panel off. Where is it saying that the battery panel was? Back here, right? Now, my understanding is that Anakin's boots are magnetic, and there are magnets on the plates, and that's what actually affixes him more firmly to the STAP. Let's see, how do we get this plate off for the batteries? Yada-da-dee. So this, it appears this plate pulls off. Oh, well, it did. So that plate, oh, it's a magnet. Okay, so a magnet holds the plate on that holds the battery compartment. So we're going to do that. Although I may take this off to put these, this seems like it'd be a smart thing to take this thing off to put the batteries in. I don't like the idea of this. It seems like this is going to go loosey-goosey on the screw very quickly. I don't want to lose that screw. Have to go fumbling for it. Okay, here's the screw. We'll take this out. There's our large batteries. And see which way these go in. Whoop. Okay. Thick bits to the top. Oh, this is one of those ones where it's definitely going to fire back at me if I don't do this right. I should have done this on its side. But I've committed. I'm too far along. Again, they're only going to live in here long enough for me to test out what this light feature is. I think that's enough. Let's see what the light feature is. Oh, okay. So if you can see... let's move Anakin so you can see what the light feature is. The light feature are the engines. So this is with the light off. With the light on. Whoop, there we go. I'm assuming that's reflected on the front. Yep. So, I mean, it's a nifty little light feature. It's not absolutely essential. It would have been nice, I mean, if it was somehow wired through the base and you could plug the base in to light this up and not have to rely on batteries, but I don't think we've ever gotten a Hot Toys release that runs on external power. We certainly have with Sideshow releases, usually in their premium format, when they have light features. They'll run in the... I'll actually have a connection for hooking it up to a wall outlet. Wow, so there's the STAP. We're going to put these batteries away. We're going to move the instructions, because we're pretty much done with the instructions. We're going to put this battery cover back on. So yeah, it's a pretty straightforward process for accessing the battery plate back here. I like that it's attached, that it's not a clip or anything. It actually is just straight up a magnet that then, boop, put back on. I do like that. So now this is going to be the difficult thing of showing the totality of Anakin on this thing. Let me see if I can, hold on, let's see. Find a better way to do this. Okay. I mean, it's, so far I'm really impressed with the figure. But I'm generally impressed with Hot Toys figures. I mean, if it's not the sculpt alone, it's the paint job, and then it's the clothing, and then having vehicles and accessories in that scale is, I mean, just impressive. Just impressive. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to try and move this camera a little bit over. Loosen that up so you can get a fuller view of this whole thing. So I can be able to more easily rotate this thing up see this STAP, and I don't know if I can even get it high enough to see all of him. So let me rotate this. Spider-Man's in the way. So you see how this thing is situated? So you got your foot plates right here. Here's the handlebars. And now my understanding, what am I gonna do? I want him in the pose where he's swinging his lightsaber. Which hand do I want? So lightsaber is gonna be generally his mechanical hand. You find that in the swappable. This looks like it's more of a hand for. Oh, there it is. Okay. This looks like it's the handlebar hand. Yeah, because this is nice and wide here. So that's going to go there. I might as well just show off all the hands that you get with this thing. Take those out of the package. And we'll show those off. Okay, so get a nice gesturing hand, you know, maybe to Rex, who's up there. See Rex. So another handlebar hand. This has got to be a handlebar hand. Yeah, because the lightsaber hand has a tighter grip. Oh, there's a tighter grip for that as compared to the much wider grip that's clearly meant to hold these wide handlebars right here. We got just a general hand, open hand, which matches one of the ones that was already on him. So I'm not going to be using these. So basically I'm going to use a lightsaber hand and a handlebar hand. And now I kind of want to see a picture of him riding a STAP to see what the best one is for him to use. Let's see. Anakin riding a STAP. Boy, autocorrect does not like the word Anakin. Yeah, okay, so he is using his mechanical hand generally for his lightsaber. Got it. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and again, there's a much better, you get a much better view of just how good this Anakin looks there. I mean, it's just so good. Okay, we're going to put this on here. And I said, so STAP holding hand is going to be that side. I'm wondering if I should put the hand on the handlebar first, and then and then attach it to Anakin, because I don't like holding the full figure while trying to fumble around with these. Although it would have been easier just to. That won't come out easy. I'm not even gonna mess with that, because I don't think he's supposed to grip around. No, that seems very weirdly delicate. Okay, I'm gonna be smart about this. I'm going to do this slightly off camera. This seems like a way to break things. So, put Anakin there. You can look at Anakin while I'm putting this on the handlebar ahead of time. Because I don't think it should slip all the way over the plasticky bits. Although now that I'm holding like this, can I actually... No, that handlebar does not want to come out that way. Oh, you know what? Probably come out if I subtly lifted it with a screwdriver and popped it off that way. Or it won't, and I'm a fool. Oh yeah, that's not lifting evenly. Okay, so what I've learned from this is once you have those handlebars on, you're never going to get back in the box because those things are not coming off. Okie dokie. Yeah, I'm going to try and get this thing on. I mean, do they want it to go on the whole way? I don't want to snap that thing off. I mean, I guess it's supposed to have enough give to where he can hold it like that. Okay, well, I mean, it seems like, I'll show you now. I got on. So basically the issue I was having was whether the hand should be threaded, the fingers should be threaded underneath, because this is just a little plasticky bit right here, and it's super fragile. And I was wondering if the hand was supposed to go underneath it, the fingers, to rest on the handlebar, underneath there, or over it. And, well, I mean, it looks like if you're super careful, the hand will go over it. But that's why I wanted to put it on first, instead of trying to have the entire figure there, and then trying to wedge the thing on. So, now we'll move Anakin again. And we'll put that back up there on its... Oh, I didn't want to do that. I don't want it to go in all the way. Oh no. There we go, okay. Just want to be able to take this thing off again. Got that. Let's get his lightsaber in his other hand so we can get that more easily attached. So where's his lightsaber hand for his right hand? Nope, that's his left. And that's his right. So feed that down in there. Okay, so we got that fed down in there. Now it's just putting him on this dang thing. Let's see if I can manage to do this. I think we're gonna move this over just a little bit. Thankfully, most of the Hot Toys are not going to be this massive. Okay, now we should have a little more leeway to do this proper-ish. There's Rex. Okay, Anakin, let's go. I may not do this all the way right now. I may just set it in there just to see. So I think he rides it sort of leaning back like it's a chair. Almost like he's... Oh, and his gauntlet fell off. Of course. See if I can easily get this gauntlet now. Without knocking the camera. Okay. You sit there, Anakin. It's gonna be awkward to get his gauntlet. You know what? I'll put the gauntlet on later. What a fun unboxing. This is why Paul calls it fun boxing. Because it's fun and you're fighting it the whole way. Yeah, well, so just imagine the gauntlet's there. But basically, he's going to lean forward. Let's see how these magnets work. Oh, yeah. I mean, you can certainly feel the magnet engage when it's on there. I mean, I wouldn't say it's super strong, but it certainly feels like there's a magnet there. Like, I mean, I may not get him on this all the way right now. This is going to take some posing because I don't want to mess him up. I mean, there's a lot of distance to go without him totally falling off here. But yeah, you can see if you can see that kathunk of, that's the magnet engaging. But yeah, and this thing also, I forgot this thing certainly comes back. Ooh, oh, that's right. This goes forward, down like that, then back like this. So that certainly seems like a better angle for getting them. No, I mean, that's not. It's going to take some doing. Is what I'm saying. So we'll do it. Yeah, I mean, Anakin's judging me right now for not getting this thing right. That's judgy Anakin. But yeah, I mean, it's incredible. You have a place here where you can attach the lightsaber hilt. Oh, there we go. Right there on the belt, you can attach his lightsaber hilt. He's got his pouches. Tailoring is amazing, as always, on these figures. But you know what? Again, I'm glad I got it. I really like it. It's going to take some doing to get this thing posed properly and safely, so it's not just falling all the time. So I'll figure it out. But it's not something that you necessarily need to be wasting your time sitting around on. Here, I'll compare. Nice Clone Wars light side Anakin. And, oh boy, dark side Darth Vader. All sweaty and Sithy-eyed. Right before he becomes a s'more. So, yeah, no. This is the Hot Toys Clone Wars Anakin Skywalker with STAP. It's great. It's just going to take some doing to get it on that thing properly. So I'll do that later. But in the meantime, thank you for watching this unboxing video. I hope it's been fun or informative. Some combination of those things. And boy, if you haven't yet, please check out Force 5, which is the action figure show that I host, which has a guest on, and we discuss their five favorite Star Wars action figures across any era, any scale. They choose from their collection and share it, and we talk about them. And there are episodes up. If you go to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Ken Plume, you can check all those out. More coming. Recorded a bunch of great guests this week that you'll be seeing soon. More unboxings, I'm sure, because, you know, there are more figures coming out. Slowly but surely. Including some Black Series figures that I picked up today and some vintage collection. And thankfully, Hot Toys don't come out that often because it's a big decision to get them. But the quality, you can certainly see what the price is. And again, a shout out to my local comic book shop, Memory Lane Comics. If you're ever in Wilmington, North Carolina, check them out. Great store, great people, support them. But also, if you're not anywhere near there, support your local comic book shop. Go check them out. See if they're good. And if they are, become a patron. Enjoy them. Oh yeah, speaking of becoming a patron, if you enjoy the things I do, please consider becoming a patron by going to patreon.com/Ken Plume. At even the $1 level, you get access to all of my audio exclusives. There's a ton of Bit of a Chats, which is another great show that I do with amazing guests, panels, quiz shows, just a wonderful range of people that I talk to and have fun with. And you can check all those out at patreon.com/KenPlume. But thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. And yeah, I probably will go get either some glue sticks or a whole bunch of magnets to really lock this Anakin down on that. Because he's still super judgy right now. He's super judging me. And I don't know if I'm comfortable with that. So the sooner I get him on that STAP and displayed somewhere up there, flying around on it, the better. Because he's super judgy. Thank you for watching this this impromptu unboxing special. I appreciate you taking the time to check it out. And there'll be more stuff soon. And yeah, go check out all the stuff on the YouTube channel. I appreciate it. And see you in the near future. Bye.